One amazing place to play. First pitch of the game on the way. Misses outside, ball one. Game time temperature here at Great American, 77 very comfortable degrees. An area of cloud in the sky overhead as Adamman works to Fowler, and it's fouled straight back. And 1 ball and 1 strike. Fowler at 225, 8 home runs. He's driven in 20. First of a 5-year deal he signed with the Cardinals in the offseason after spending the last couple of years with the Cubs. He'll take one in there at the knees, a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last night, 1 for 3. Walked to start the game last night. Also had a single later on. Adamman works. And a tapper out in front of the plate. Picked up by Adamman. He'll have to hustle. He does. Throws on the Votto in time. And that's the way this one gets started. A 1-3 put out. Pretty good location there by Adamman. So much so that it almost cost him an out.
Got the ball right in on the hands of Dexter Fowler. And you were listing off the stats of Fowler and the big contract that he signed. I think the Cardinals really expected a little bit more from Dexter Fowler than what they've gotten, at least here in the first couple of months.
I don't think there's any question about that. Hit 276 with 13 long ones last year. He's hitting 225 at the start of this game. This for the Cardinals is their 57th game of the year. Here now is Matt Carpenter. And the left-handed hitting first baseman takes strike 1.
Well, I would say that this guy would probably fall into the same category with Matt Carpenter. A guy that has really been a Reds killer and really a National League killer for that matter. Has really had a tough go the first couple of months. And the offense, without these 2 top guys hitting in the lineup, the Cardinals offense has suffered.
Carpenter takes that one high. Is at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we mentioned last night he's a 280 career hitter. Hitting 213 at the start of this game, was 1 for 4 last night. Slightly open stance, left side. 1-1, a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does really shift him big time. 3 infielders on the right side. Shallow right field really is Peraza. Cozart on the first base side is second, with Suarez at the shortstop spot, the only Reds infielder on the left side. Adamman ready, and the pitch. Ball high, 2-2.
I can't really recall a ball game in years past that we have played the Cardinals that Matt Carpenter has not had a 3 in the front of his batting average.
I mean, to tell you, this guy is a 300-plus hitter against the Reds lifetime. Here it comes now, and a swing and a foul tip in and out of the glove of Barnhart, so Carpenter's still alive.
Almost looked as though Carpenter was trying to shoot the ball down the third baseline. That pitch was 90 miles an hour, and he was tardy. It was on the inside part of the plate, and that probably was the only reason he was not able to shoot it the other way.
It's Gennett, not Duvall, out in left field at the start of this game, and he has swung around a little bit toward the alley out there as Carpenter awaits now at 2-2. And he's jammed, and he pops it up. Behind second base, third baseman Suarez is there to handle it. There are 2 out.
Tried to take that ball the other way, but it again right on the hands, and instead of getting the bat head to the ball, it caught the hands of the bat and just popped it up.
So with 2 out, here's Stephen Piscotty. A reminder, if you're listening to tonight's game on your car, truck, radio, please remember to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back? Piscotty, right-handed hitting right fielder, takes ball 1. Reds defensively have Gennett in left, Hamilton in center, Kivlahan in right. Suarez, Cozart left side, Peraza, Votto right side. Battery of Barnhart catching the 29-year-old Tim Adamman, native of Staten Island, New York. Collegiate at Georgetown University. Piscotty lines it in the left, and that's a first inning hit. He had a hit last night. He was 1 for 3. He gets a base hit here, so Piscotty is on with 2 men out. Batter will be Jed Jerko. Hey, congratulations go out to your Bulldogs of Mississippi State. What a night last night for them down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Playing all the way until just past midnight. Won a couple of games back-to-back. They went into the finals of the regional against Southern Miss and had to win 2 ball games, coming all the way back through the losers bracket, and were able to do it. Now it's on to LSU.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, that's a good prize to move on to the Super Regional, but to go to LSU, that's a tough place to play collegiately.
Tough place to play, but, you know, when you play in the SEC, there's no easy place to play. It's just, you just have to suck it up and go get them.
At least they know LSU. I
Yes.
mean, like you said, they're in the conference together. Jerko pops this one foul, no balls, 2 strikes, and lest we forget, congratulations go out to the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yes.
I mean, they had a long rain delay last night down in Lexington before they finally were able to come back and beat North Carolina State.
And Kentucky had to do the same thing. They had to beat North Carolina State twice in order to move on, and I think their next ball game is at the Super Regional in Louisville.
You know, that's a for this state of Kentucky, just a classic matchup. Louisville and Kentucky. There's a ball in the dirt, blocked by Barnhart. Runner takes off. They're going to get him. No, they do not.
Reds may check that one.
Piscotti called safe by the second base umpire, Bill Welke. Up the step comes Brian Price. He'll want his guys to take a look at that. Bo Thompson down in the video room says, we want it looked at. So the Reds are going to challenge this, and they think they got Piscotti, and you seem to think that they have a good opportunity to get this.
I thought that with the tag by Peraza, he got it down. I don't know for sure that he got it to the pants leg by the time Piscotti got his toe in, but it was awfully, awfully close.
Well, they'll go take a look at it. The second base umpire who made the call, Bill Welke, and Alfonso Marquez,
It
who's
sure
the crew
looked like he
chief.
got him.
Peraza put the tag on. Call was safe, so they take a look at it. Manager's close shave review brought to you by Barbasol. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with new Barbasol premium disposable razors. Now available at Kroger. And the out call is made, and that was a very quick review. They'll overturn that. Out at second. It goes 2-4. No caught stealing. A tag applied by Peraza, and the inning is over. First pitch, home, first inning on the way. And Billy offers at it, lifts it foul, out of play, third base side, and strike one. Billy has had a heck of a go-around with Adam Wainwright in his career. All of it bad. 0 for 9 with 8 strikeouts in his career. Comes in at 252 with a homer. He's driven in 17. Jerko is in on the edge of the grass and now coming in further from third base. Billy shows bunt, takes the ball, 1-1.
It all comes down to that Wainwright curveball when it comes to Billy Hamilton.
Yeah.
He starts it right on the inside corner, and it drops straight down, and for some reason it just really entices Hamilton to swing.
Full windup by Wainwright. Now a fastball up and in. 2-1. Billy last night 1 for 3, and it was his bunt single in the 7th that started that 4-run rally that put the Reds over the top. Fastball strike. 2-2. Cardinals line up with Tommy Pham in left, Dexter Fowler in center, Stephen Piscotti in right, Jed Jerko at third. Here's Hamilton tapping one, first base side. That will roll, fair, 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 fair. Fair ball. How about that? Wow. Billy Hamilton, his first ever hit against Adam Wainwright. That rolled down the chalk line about 3/4 of the way down. Wainwright and the first baseman Carpenter kept thinking that thing was going to take a hard right. It never did.
Stayed right between the grass and the chalk. And you got to hand it to the grounds crew right there. That's about as level of a playing field as you can get. And even Wainwright had a little chuckle after watching that ball roll 80%, well, about 90% down the first baseline.
So Billy's 2 hits in this series haven't gone a combined 90 feet, but he has 2 hits in the first 2 games. And he's on, and he has a pretty good lead over there with Carpenter holding. He'll draw the attention of Wainwright, who will throw over.
As we've said many times, Jim, it really doesn't matter how Billy gets on, just get on.
Thrown out last night attempting to steal third by Molina, only the third time in his career. He's been caught by a many-time All-Star. Pitch out, thinking he's going, and a ball. For that Cardinal defense, Jerko at third, Paul DeYoung the shortstop, Greg Garcia at second, Matt Carpenter at first. Molina catches Wainwright, the 35-year-old out of Brunswick, Georgia. The pitch. Ozark started to go. Ball tipped his bat into the glove of Molina. 1-1. So anyway, so UK wins last night after a long rain delay. They beat North Carolina State, so they're moving on to the Super Regional in Louisville. And for the state of Kentucky, doesn't get any bigger than that. U of L, UK, best of 3 in Louisville for the right to go to the College World Series. The pitch. Laying off, taking a strike, Kozar, 1-2. And all that begins this weekend.
Wainwright's got 3 different pitches working with control here early in the ball game. The cutter, the fastball, and the curveball, and he can start them all in relatively the same area. One drops down, one cuts away, one stays straight right on the corner.
He stretches. Hamilton with a short lead this time. Ozark takes one inside, 2-2.
Tried to sink that one in on Kozar.
Zach, second in the league in hitting at .348, 9 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Pair of singles late in the game last night, and he now has a 27-game on-base streak. Taps one toward third, in to get it Jerko. Only play is the first. Kozar is out. That's the first out here in the Reds' first inning. Does allow Hamilton move into scoring position. He's there for Joey Votto. Mike's Car Wash celebrating Bow Tie Tuesday on this June the 6th. The Reds win tonight's game. You can get Mike's Ultimate Wash for just $14 all day tomorrow. That's a saving of $6. Visit mikescarwash.com/Bowtie-Tuesday for details. Here now is Votto.
Well, if you're Billy Hamilton and you try to steal third here, you better make it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that he will not do that this time. Votto takes it inside a ball. Particularly with a left-handed hitter. Now, last night it was with Duvall at the plate, a right-handed hitter, and Molina was able to get himself around the hitter and fire to third in time. No impediment this time if Joey would have, rather if Billy would have happened to take off. Swing and a miss by Votto. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, normally you don't question Hamilton now that he's been around the league a little bit. His stolen base percentage is quite higher than what it was in his first year. But over the last week, he's got caught at third base a couple of times, and that can't happen.
Shortstop DeYoung is cheating over behind Hamilton to try to keep him close. The pitch to Votto, bounce to the mound, and Adam Wainwright took a hard look at second. Billy scampered back to the bag. Wainwright on to first to retire Votto. 2 out.
Any other base runner, you probably take a chance at second there, but because of the quickness of Hamilton, I think you just take the out.
Take the sure thing. Take the chances now with Suarez. Eugenio, 286 with 10 home runs, driven in 33. Last night, 1 for 3. Had that big 2-run double in the 7th that tied the game. That turned out to be the last batter for Carlos Martinez. Slow curve from Wainwright starts Suarez, and it's a strike. Wainwright comes in at 6-3, 3.79 ERA, but as Cowboy alluded to in the open, very, very good his last 4 starts. There's a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. I mean, 1 run in his last 26 and a third innings. Won 4 in a row. Has a win in 7 of his last 8 starts. Really has turned things around. The pitch. Foul ball back. Wainwright last year was 13-9 with a 4.62. He allowed more earned runs last year than he has ever allowed in his career. Hamilton with the lead at second. The pitch. And a rocket foul down the left field side.
Wainwright has always had a tremendous ability to change speeds, not with just the fastball and that over-the-top curveball that he calls uncharted, but with the changeup and the cutter. He's added a little bit of sinker with his fastball. But when his command is on, and it appears to be on here tonight, he can be awfully tough to take advantage of.
He works from the stretch. Looks back at Billy at second, now delivers. Fastball outside, 1-2. Lost his first 3 starts of the year, did Wainwright. Against the Cubs, against the Nationals, against the Yankees, but has not lost since that time. He's ready again, and here's a 1-2 pitch. And that one caught the jersey of Suarez. He'll jog on down to first base, having been hit by a pitch.
The one fastball that he throws to Suarez in this at-bat, a 2-seamer, it runs up and in. I think Wainwright was trying to get that ball close, but not quite that close.
Hit that camo jersey the Reds are wearing tonight in honor of the second Military Appreciation Night of 2017. Of course, this day in history, June the 6th, 1944, 73 years ago, the Allied invasion of Normandy, France during World War II. We had 7 World War II veterans who were honored on the field prior to the game, receiving Reds hometown hero gifts in salute of their service to our country. Sam the Bald Eagle from the Cincinnati Zoo made an appearance, second time during this homestand. Here's the pitch. Gennett jammed, but he hits it out to left. That ball's going to fall. Here comes Hamilton racing around third. He's going to score, and Scooter Gennett, who had a big 2-run double in the 7th inning last night to break an 0 for 19, comes up with a flare single in the left here in the first, and the Reds have taken a 1-0 lead.
Now Wainwright throws the cutter, tries to get it in on the hands of Gennett. He does do that, but the ball was elevated enough where Gennett could get inside of it, and he just popped it right over Jed Jerko at third base.
So a couple of hits, a hit batsman, and a 1-0 Reds lead here in the bottom of the first. Batter now, Patrick Kivlahan. Fastball, a strike. Kivlahan at 222, 3 home runs, driven in 6. 2 for his last 26, but those 2 were both home runs, you recall, a week ago Sunday in Philadelphia. Wainwright, and a ground ball now to the shortstop. There's the force out at second base. Forced out there is Gennett, putting an end to the bottom of the first. But the Reds get a run, and after 1, lead the Cardinals 1-0. Jed Jerko to lead it off for the Cardinals here in the top of the second. Reds up 1-0. First pitch from Adelman, a strike. Next one is a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes as we welcome in Mark Sheldon from MLB.com to talk all things Reds. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Jim and Jeff. May your lives be as comfortable as this weather tonight. How are you?
We can always count on you for a witty greeting when you come into the booth.
Improvising.
I look forward to those. Here's a base hit up the middle on a 0-2 pitch by Jed Jerko, and he's aboard to start inning number 2. Well, Mark, let's start talking Reds baseball tonight about Scott Schebler. He's not in the lineup tonight, but it appears as if he's ready to go.
Yeah, he was available last night to pinch hit and come in if they needed him, but also maybe the rain may have impacted his ability to do some pregame work. They wanted to see him throw. They wanted to see him run around and make sure his left shoulder was okay after the diving play from Saturday, but it sounds like he's fine. I saw him in the clubhouse, and he didn't look like he was having any trouble or had any special limitations. So I wouldn't be shocked if he gets an at-bat tonight and we see him back in the lineup tomorrow.
Batter now is Yadier Molina. He got a chorus of boos as he went to the plate. He swings and misses at the first one for a strike. The Hamilton and Schebler injuries both took place on Saturday after the game and even into Sunday. The company line, as usual, is we don't think they're going to be out that long, but usually it tends to be a little bit longer. But in this case, both of them back quickly.
Yeah, Hamilton especially, he hurt himself maybe on 2 different occasions. He had 2 dives on Saturday and was feeling uncomfortable, but he was out on the Sunday after the game playing catch and stretching out his shoulder, so it looked like he may have been a little bit ahead of Schebler. I would imagine that if this was like a playoff situation or even a stretch run trying to make the playoffs, both of those guys would have been in a little sooner even than this, but they always want to be a little careful not to make any mistakes and get him extra hurt, but everything checked out okay.
Foul ball by Molina, first base side. He's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. So Hamilton back in there yesterday, playing again today. Schebler back tomorrow, and finally, after almost 2 months out of service at the big league level, Tony Cingrani activated today.
Yeah, the oblique injuries that take always a little longer. Like you said earlier, sometimes they say injuries aren't going to take very long, and then you get an oblique injury, and they always go sometimes double the amount of expected time off. And he had 3 hitless, scoreless rehab appearances for either Dayton or Louisville, and he's back in the fold. Brian would like to get him quasi-soft landing if possible to get him in, but it looks like still that he's going to have to pitch his way back into that higher leverage role that Wandy Peralta's taken over and done so well with. He's not going to necessarily take that role away from Peralta. He might find ways to use both of those guys because obviously Tony's got some experience and can do some things as well.
Tony, though, seems to have turned into a 1-inning guy. That's almost a rarity now on this team.
Yeah, seems like on this team you have to at least pitch 2, sometimes 3. And
there's strike 3 called as Molina rung up by David Rackley and voices his displeasure to the man behind the plate. 1 out.
As you know, the bullpen leads the league in innings pitched, but it's not uncommon for the late inning guys, whether it's Iglesias, Lorenzen, or others, to pitch 2 innings. Obviously, they have the long relievers like Jake Buchanan can go 5, and Bonilla, who just got sent out, could go some pretty good distances as well. So, how Cingrani fares as a 1-inning guy, at least in the short term, it probably would be useful. But later on, I bet they would like to see him get more than that.
So 1-1 and 1 out now for Tommy Pham. 1-0 Reds. We're in the second. Adelman delivers a strike. Pham playing left field at .295 with 5 home runs. He's driven in 15. Yeah, so Luis Alberto Bonilla, who did a nice bridge inning in the 7th last night, goes back down to Louisville, but good to see him get in there and do a good job last night.
Yeah, he didn't fare, except for his complete game in San Francisco, starting.
Quick throw to first, and back in time there is Jerko.
Starting wasn't really his strongest suit. It seemed like he was more effective out of the bullpen, and once again the bullpen really came through, having that scoreless 7th, set up with the Hamilton bunt in the bottom of the 7th, kind of got the Reds going, and obviously with Lorenzen and Iglesias finishing it off, that's kind of the recipe of what the bullpen's been trying to do all year.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Pham. He takes the ball, 2-1. That's a good bridge to going back to talk about Billy Hamilton and his bunting ability in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of singles for him and bunting for hits, and last night he bounced the ball in front of the plate that Martinez could not play, and Hamilton had an easy single. And the funny thing is Hamilton even didn't really bunt that the way he wanted to. He wanted to push it towards third or first base.
The high fly ball to right field. Kivlahan looked like he got spun around a little bit, but he recovers and makes the catch on the warning track right in front of the Cardinal bullpen for out number 2.
He wanted to bunt towards third or first base, and he didn't get it down quite the way he wanted, but it obviously worked out in his favor. But he says that he's kind of going back again to working on bunting. He said it's something he's done in the past, but he's been more focused on trying to hit more successfully, swinging away, and now he wants to add that extra element to his game, just because if he does get a good bunt down, his speed can obviously carry him into a single. So it's it's something that they've wanted him to do, and he's really trying to stress it more in the last couple of weeks, and it's paying off.
Well, it's such a weapon for him, isn't it? It's a shame that we haven't seen more of it in the past, and hopefully, as you say, we will see a lot more of it in the future.
Well, for him, he made a good point, though, is that now that with his speed, a lot of infielders are going to play in no matter what against him, so he has to get all his bunts down perfectly, and maybe a slower-footed guy or a guy that you don't see bunt as much can be, with the infield playing back, can get away with more by bunting for a single that they may not be getting for, but they will not, they kind of cheat towards playing in on Hamilton, so that makes him bunting even more perfect, even more paramount, and and it's also obvious, it's not easy to bunt. These guys are pitching him in, and he's not always able to square around and get the kind of bunt he wants.
Paul DeYoung playing shortstop tonight at the plate. Ball 1 to him, and now a swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see, the Reds play here tomorrow, then Thursday afternoon they head out west, and you are not part of that trip, right?
Not part of the trip. I'll be sticking back here at least for the San Diego portion of the series, immersed in all things 2017 MLB draft.
Yeah, we are exactly 6 days away now from the first-year draft, 2017. All fouled out of play, first base side. What do you think what's your thought? What do you think the Reds are thinking about in terms of the draft?
Well, in their case, of course, being the number 2 overall pick, they're a little beholden to what the Twins do as the number 1 pick. If there's somebody on their board that they really like and the Twins take them, they have to improvise a little bit. The 2 names that I've seen with our MLB pipeline people like and who they've talked to and things like that is Hunter Green, the high school pitcher out of Sherman Oaks, who's a lot of people like. He could be possibly the first ever high school right-hander taken number 1 if the Twins don't pass on him. And then there's the kid in Louisville, McKay, who's a 2-way player, first baseman, left-handed hitter who can hit really well, but he can also pitch well. And the Reds, it looks like, would like him more as a pitcher, but if in the National League, if he gets the bat, he could be one of the better 2-way players around if they're able to take him. So there's a couple of possibilities.
There's also talk that the Minnesota Twins may take Kyle Wright out of Vanderbilt, and that would lead either one of those guys.
Yeah, and then
Then where do you go?
Then where do you go, huh? Exactly. But Chris Buckley.
San Diego would like to know that.
Yeah.
Pop-up foul by DeYoung keeps him alive at 2-2.
But Chris Buckley and the gang are going to be immersed in their war room, and I'm sure they'll have all their decisions. They always usually take, especially when they get going in the draft, they always take the best athlete off the board. They don't necessarily go for certain positions. They'd like to, of course, add an impact bat, and you always want to add lots of starting pitching just to account for the attrition that happens. So we'll see what happens with them.
Runner leading away at first is Jerko with 2 men out. There's a ball high to DeYoung and a full count, and so Jerko now will be on the move. And we do know this. Last year the Reds had the 2nd pick, the 35th pick, the 43rd pick, and got Nick Senzel, Taylor Trammell, and Chris Oakey. This year they have a little bit better. 2, 32, and 38.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. There
goes the runner, and a swing and a miss, and DeYoung a strikeout victim, and that puts an end to the Cardinals' 2nd inning. Jose Peraza jumps in there to lead things off here in the bottom of the 2nd. Reds up 1-0 on an RBI single to left by Scooter Gennett in the bottom of the 1st. Wainwright delivers the first one a ball. Now his full windup and another one, and this one is popped foul. First base side and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peraza 252 with a couple of home runs. 17 runs batted in. Hitless in the game last night. Barnhart waiting on deck. One pitch is swung on and lifted towards center. Fowler back into his left, and he makes the play. Peraza's out number 1, bottom of the 2nd. That will be Tucker Barnhart as we take a look at our Cincinnati Bell trivia question of the game. Jeff Brantley.
Let's do that.
You got it right last night, so you're 3 of 4 for the homestand.
Boom.
Text your answer of A, B, or C to 66128 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, $25 Skyline Chili gift card, and a free haircut from Great Clips. Brought to you by Cincinnati Bell, connecting what matters. Barnhart takes ball 1 low. This Red, Cowboy,
Yes, sir.
was a runner-up in National League Rookie of the Year voting while playing for one of Cincinnati's pennant-winning clubs in the 70s. All right?
Yes.
After his Reds career, he had 2 stints with the Cardinals, one of 5 different teams he played for after leaving the Reds. Who is this player? A. Bernie Carbo, B. Dan Dreesen, C. Raleigh Eastwick. This Red was a runner-up in the National League Rookie of the Year voting while playing for one of the Reds pennant winners in the 70s. After his Reds career, he had 2 stints with the Cardinals, one of 5 different teams he played for after leaving the Reds. Who is he? A. Bernie Carbo, B. Dan Dreesen, C. Raleigh Eastwick.
I think my initial guess.
Foul ball by Tucker, 2-2.
Really wanted to guess B today,
But
I'm going to go with Bernie Carbo.
and what's your reasoning there? System again?
No, for some reason I think I'm remembering Carbo when he was with the Reds. I think he got a lot of votes for Rookie of the Year, if I remember correctly.
The criteria here: runner-up, Rookie of the Year, while with the Reds.
I think he won one of them and maybe was runner-up in the other one. If I don't know. I'm going to go with, what is Carbo?
He's A.
I'm going to go with A for right now.
Barnhart rips this ball to center, but right in the tracks of Fowler. 2 out. Now remember, this player had 2 different stints with the Cardinals after leaving the Reds.
Yeah, I remember him being with the Reds and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I just have to think about that. But right now I'm going to go with Carbo.
Speaking of thinking about it, you will have an opportunity, of course, later on to change your answer.
That's what I'm banking on.
Should you desire, as you mull it over as this game moves ahead.
Carbo, Dreesen, or Raleigh Eastwick?
Raleigh Eastwick, right. 2 out, nobody on for Adelman. Takes a strike, now takes a bender for another strike. No balls, 2 strikes.
Little Uncle Charlie right there, right on the outside corner.
That's his nickname. You mentioned it earlier. Working quickly, delivers. Way outside. A ball and 2 strikes.
Wainwright will throw you the curveball and he'll back it up with the slider, making you think as a hitter, okay, he throws me the curve, now he's going to try to heat me up with a fastball, and then the ball cuts away from you.
That curve tantalizingly dipped low, and Adelman laid off. 2-2. Reds lead 1-0, bottom of the 2nd. Ball low. Full count. Adelman does have a hit this year, a double. He's 1 for 13. Ground ball to third. Jerko has it to Carpenter. Inning over. 0 on the board for the Reds in the bottom of the 2nd. We go to the 3rd. The Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, along with the play-by-play story. After 2, Reds lead 1-0.
Now Adelman sets and deals. Swinging a foul in and out of the catcher's mitt. No balls and a strike to Fowler. It's a pretty good name for a hitter, the Fowler.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. It's better than, no offense, but better than having the pitcher named Homer, as we have here. I think if I'm a batter, I'd like to have the name Homer.
That would be pretty good. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adelman to the plate. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. And Adelman trying to keep the Cardinals off balance and has shown quite a bit of success here in the early going. 1 pitch away from striking out the side here in the 3rd. And Adelman turns it loose. And he misses off the plate away. Another changeup. And that one had some significant movement as it tailed off the outside corner. It is 2 ball, 2 strike count here to Dexter Fowler. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A changeup, and the bottom fell out of it. Adelman strikes out the side here in the 3rd. 1-0 Reds as they come to the plate here on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network. Hamilton, a single right down the first baseline as he tries to bunt and fouls it off. And when I say right down the first baseline, I mean right down the first baseline. You could not have rolled it out there any better or truer, as the ball ended up on the chalk line some 85 feet away. The 0-1 to Hamilton. Swing and a miss over the top curveball. And Hamilton swings right over the top. Yeah, Hamilton faced Wainwright, as you mentioned earlier, Jim, in his first major league game. That's probably not real fair for a youngster. Fastball up and away.
In a word, overmatched.
Yeah, especially at that point in time for Wainwright. He had that, as we've called it, Uncle Charlie, and he calls it Uncle Charlie. That over-the-top curveball had some serious bite to it, and he's got it working here tonight.
Billy sees a lot of those from this guy.
Yes. Well, if you continue to swing at the curveball, the pitcher's going to continue to throw it. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes as Wainwright turns it loose, and another curveball, and that bounces right in front of home plate. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. There are quite a few great fastball hitters out there, but I don't know if there are too many that are great curveball hitters. The pitch on the ground, right side. Carpenter's got it. He'll take it himself. Hamilton is retired, and there's one down. Head to Kroger for friendly service. You're more than just a customer. You're a friend, too. Fresh food, low prices at Kroger. So Hamilton, a quick ground out to first, and that'll bring Zach Cozart to the plate. Cozart grounded out to Jed Jerko, the third baseman for the Cardinals here tonight in his first at bat. And he'll take a fastball away right on the outside corner, right at the bottom of the kneecaps. No balls and a strike, and the curveball drops just in front of home plate. Evens the count up at 1-1. Some of those curveballs Wainwright is throwing look like they're about to stop right in front of home plate and just drop straight down. Wainwright again turns it loose, and he misses outside with a fastball. He pulled that all the way across the plate.
The amount of curveballs he throws is really kind of a throwback, isn't it?
Very much so. But he's always had, that pitch has always been his signature pitch. And he drops it right on the inside corner, strike 2. Curveball started in, dropped straight down. A lot of curveballs from most pitchers have a little side-to-side movement as well as the downward movement. For Wainwright, he drops it straight down on both sides of the plate. You could almost call that a drop ball, if you will. Misses off the outside corner with a slider, and that'll run the count full here to Cozart. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wainwright rocks back, turns it loose, and he tried to throw a curveball there and left it up. Cozart aboard via the base on balls. Here's Joey Votto. Second time through the Reds lineup here against the right-hander Wainwright. A lot of breaking balls to Cozart in that at bat. And we'll see how Wainwright approaches Votto here. First pitch cuts way in off the plate under the hands of Votto. 1 ball and no strikes. And I would not say that Cozart is, or I would say that Cozart is not a threat to run here. He does have a couple of stolen bases, but that's not really Cozart's big part of his game, stealing bases, as that pitch misses outside, and it's now 2-0 here to Votto.
Well, we've just seen more and more of Votto choking up more than ever, even now without 2 strikes on him.
I think Votto chokes up every time he comes to the plate. Now, the severity of how far he's going to move up the bat depends on where he is in the count. 2-0 pitch. Hammered into right field. That's a base hit. Cozart heading to second base. Now he's on to third, and the Reds have action.
Oh, he looked like he was guessing curveball there, didn't he?
And he got it. A 2-0 curveball. And Votto just waylaid it. Stayed right on it. You could see the eyes of Joey Votto following the curveball up, and then as it dropped, you could see the eyes tracking it all the way. And he caught it on the good part of the baseball bat, hooks it into right field. And that gives Eugenio Suarez an RBI opportunity here with 1 down in the bottom of 3. Cozart at third, Votto at first base. Molina sets on the outside corner. The fastball sinks down underneath the strike zone, 1-0. Reds with a golden opportunity here to do more damage here against Wainwright. And as we mentioned earlier, and a couple of times throughout here in the early going, 4-0 with an ERA microscopic. He's under 1 in those last 4 starts. Fastball off the outside corner as that one cuts off the plate. Trying to get Suarez to chase the pitch out of the strike zone, and now he's down in the count 2-0. Votto with a very short lead at first. Cozart off the bag at third. This ball lifted high and deep into right field. Piscotty making his way towards the line. Slicing, and I don't know if he caught that ball or not. Evidently he did, as Votto tracks back to first. Cozart will score, and it's 2-0 Reds. Well, Piscotty right out of our view down the right field line. He didn't catch that ball.
No, that ball appeared to go off the padding.
Ball hit the padding. That's not a catch. And the Reds should challenge that. Well, maybe they won't.
They get a run out of it.
They get a run. You wonder if the Cardinals will challenge it.
Mike Matheny's coming up the stairs. Ball hit the pad, then the glove, then the body,
definitely
then the pad.
Not a catch. The ball was never in the glove. The ball hit off the end of the glove. Piscotty with a great effort, jumping up against the padding on the wall down the right field line. The ball tipped off the very end of his glove, hit the padding, hit his shoulder, his left shoulder that is, and then bounced up, and then he caught it on that rebound. So Mike Matheny and home plate umpire, well, actually that would be Alfonso Marquez, the crew chief of this group, who is the first base umpire. They have settled in down the line to look at this. The manager's close shave review brought to you by Barbasol. You're looking good, American. You're shaving with new Barbasol premium disposable razors, now available at Kroger. Well, this should not take long at all as the ball hit. There is no doubt the ball hit the padding down the right field line. Then off the arm, or the shoulder, I should say, of the youngster Piscotty, hit the wall again and then back into his glove.
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
This should be academic. This is about as simple of a review as you could possibly get.
That ball clearly hit the pad first.
Twice.
Before it
hit the pad,
glove, yeah.
hit him, hit the pad again, then into the glove. And the issue with this is if it hits the pad at all, it's foul ball.
Right.
And so now this simple review comes out. It is a foul ball. Cozart will return to third base, and Suarez will return to the plate. So
Correct call.
So yeah, it's exactly right. So instead of a fly ball down the right field line into foul territory, the sacrifice fly ultimately for Eugenio Suarez, he will step back to the plate. It'll be a 2-1 count. Cozart back at third. One down here in the bottom of the third inning, and instead of a 2-0 game, it will be 1-0. And Suarez trying to do it again. Wainwright to the plate, misses inside, and now a 3-ball, 1-strike count here to the Reds' third baseman. Suarez riding a 5-game hitting streak coming into today. Boy, did he have a big hit in yesterday's ball game, and that 4-run 7th inning. Pitch from Wainwright. In off the plate, and now the bases are loaded for Scooter Gennett. I guess there are points in time in the ball game where you trade an out for a run. In that situation, the Cardinals not choosing to do so. And now the bases are loaded. There's still only one out. Of course, the Reds do not have a run across. You get a double play here. It looks awfully good.
Sure does.
You get a bullet into the gap, maybe not so much. And Gennett will try to do that here. Wainwright turns it loose, and it's fouled right back behind home plate. Well, Gennett had a hack at that one. Scooter has the lone RBI in this ball game. Hit a flare over the head of the third baseman, Jed Jerko. That came back in the first inning, scoring Billy Hamilton. Cozart third, Votto second, Suarez at first base. All about Gennett here as Wainwright turns it loose. Curveball just off the outside corner. 1-1. Big spot with bases loaded here for the Reds. The pitch. High with a changeup. 2-1.
Reds are hitting .349 this year with the bases loaded.
Oh. That's pretty solid.
That's outstanding.
That is amazing. Well, this Reds offense, the numbers that you could throw out, I don't think any would surprise us that get to watch these guys every day. This has been quite the vaunted offense for the Reds this year. 2-1 pitch. And it's high again. It's 3-1. And I think Wainwright may have wanted that one as he turns around and eyeballs David Rackley and slowly takes a walk back to the mound. Rackley, the home plate umpire, calling that pitch high. It was in the center of the plate, there is no doubt, but above the strike zone. So now a 3-1 count to Gennett. And you can bet if it's close, he's coming out of his shoes. Pitch. And he does, and he pops it up, and it's going to be fouled down the right field line in the seats and out of play. I think Gennett had sold out fastball there. That bat head had already cleared the plate and was out in front before the pitch got there.
Yeah, you nailed it on that one because he was going full bore on that swing.
Well, this is how you slice it. When you're a little kid, bases loaded, you're at the plate, and you're facing one of the best in Adam Wainwright. See what you got. The pitch. And a tapper foul. And curveball out of Wainwright with the bases loaded, and that one had a little bit of drop to it.
Funny how things turn. Gennett 0 for 19, couldn't get anything done, gets the 2-run double last night, gets a single earlier in this game, and now a huge opportunity for him here.
Well, a 3-2 hook on the first 3-2 pitch. And we'll see what Wainwright comes with here. Molina runs through the signs. Gennett steadily waiting the pitch. Oh, this baby is hammered high and deep, and it is 5-0 Reds. That's a grand slam. My goodness, Scooter Gennett. Oh for 19, a double with 2 RBIs, single and an RBI earlier in this ball game, and folks, that was one big swing of the bat by Gennett there. A grand slam into the moon deck in right field. He got all of that one.
Second grand slam by a Red this year, the other by Duvall. Second career grand slam for Scooter Gennett. The other came back in 2014 as a member of the Brewers.
5-0 Reds as Kivlahan stands in. Strike one over the inside corner. Oh, Scooter. Fouled back behind home plate.
I mean to tell you, 7 RBIs now in this series after doing nothing for 2 weeks.
7 RBIs with 3 swings of the bat in consecutive fashion. Curveball, strike 3 called over the inside corner, 2 down. Now Jose Peraza steps to the plate. And he'll take a breaking ball, a cutter over the inside corner. That's a strike. Wainwright turns it loose, and this one popped back behind home plate, out of play.
We talk so much about what this offense is capable of. Last night against Carlos Martinez, he had 7 straight quality starts coming in. That ended tonight. 4 beautiful outings in a row by Wainwright. That has ended.
Swing and a miss. He gets Peraza via the strikeout, but oh, what a blow by Scooter Gennett. A grand slam into the right field seats. Reds lead 5-0. 4th inning coming up. Adelman kicks and deals. Fastball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Here to Carpenter. Carpenter shortened up as if to bunt on the first pitch from Adelman. Suarez playing in at third, and the fastball is high, and it's 2-0. Adelman comes into this 4th inning having struck out his last 4 consecutive batters. This pitch fouled to the left side. That's out of play. Fastball tailing away from Carpenter, and he was just a bit tardy. So now a 2-ball, 1-strike count. And Adelman to the plate. Swing and a miss. A high fastball, and Carpenter comes up empty. Carpenter does not wear batting gloves. Not too many guys around this day and age not wearing batting gloves. You'll see him step out of the box, bend down, get a bit of dirt, rub the palms together, grab the baseball bat, hold it on the end, set, ready to go. Adelman's pitch, and it's fouled to the left side, out of play. Just get the impression that the Cardinals are not picking up the baseball. I mean, the fastball is anywhere from 88 to 90, and they're late on everything. Adelman comes back set and to the plate, and he misses high with that pitch. Came with a changeup and missed well out of the strike zone, and now it's a full count. Here to Matt Carpenter. Long look in by Adelman as Barnhart runs through the signs. Now he sets on the outside corner of the pitch, and it's pop foul to the left side, out of play. And again, Carpenter behind the fastball. We saw early in the ball game when Carpenter popped out to Suarez in his first at bat. He tried to shoot the ball to left field and got jammed. And he hammers this one high and deep into left center field. Gennett is there. He makes the catch. Carpenter is out, number 1. Here's Stephen Piscotty. Piscotty, right-handed batter, singled in his first at bat. And was thrown out by Barnhart trying to advance to second base on a pitch that hit into the dirt. Breaking ball misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Piscotty. Young hitter in this Cardinal lineup. Boy, they really like him. This pitch popped up down the right field line. Votto, Peraza. Peraza's got it right before he stepped into foul territory. 2 down. So after falling behind Carpenter 2-0, Adelman has seemed to find the strike zone rather efficiently as he gets Carpenter on the fly out. He gets Piscotty to pop it up. And now Jed Jerko.
Well, he's doing tonight what he needed a visit from Mac Jenkins to get going in the 3rd inning in Toronto his last time out, and that is get the ball over the plate.
Fly ball left center field. Hamilton back. He's camped. He's got it, and that is a 3-up, 3-down 4th inning for Tim Adelman. He has now retired 11 in a row, 5 via the strikeout. Tucker Barnhart set to lead things off for the Reds as we begin this bottom of the 4th inning. Adam Wainwright turns it loose. Breaking ball right over the heart of the plate as he jumps ahead of Barnhart. No balls and a strike. A 67-mile-an-hour hook, and Wainwright drops it right in the heart of the plate. Fastball jerked foul off the far end of the Reds dugout, and Barnhart was ready for that fastball. So ready that he was out in front as he pulled it foul. And now it's an 0-2 count as Wainwright readies over the top of the head, turns it loose. Fastball off the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Barnhart. Tucker lined out to center, a bullet right at Dexter Fowler in his first at bat. And he grounds this one right to Garcia at second base. He'll throw in time. 1 down. Let's pause for ID here on the Reds Radio Network.
Overnight tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 55. Tomorrow, partly sunny. A slight chance of showers with a high of 69. Partly sunny Thursday, a high in the mid-70s. Right now, 72 at the home of the Reds. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
Tim Adelman will step to the plate. And the first pitch, he swings right through a high fastball. Wainwright trying to get himself back on the attack. And he hits the outside corner with a fastball there as he jumps ahead of his counterpart. No balls and 2 strikes. Molina sets on the outside corner. And the fastball is up and away off the mitt of Molina all the way to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And Wainwright to the plate. Ground ball, right side, Garcia again. Shuffles his feet, makes a strong throw to Carpenter, 2 down. When you come to see the Reds, be sure you've downloaded Ballpark, the official Great American Ballpark app. You can check in at the game to unlock special offers, exclusive content, and seat upgrades. Download Ballpark for free, and don't forget to turn on your phone's Bluetooth. So 2 down for Billy Hamilton. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Scored the game's first run, and that came back in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch from Wainwright. Curveball, run on the outside corner, strike 1. Now the 0-1 to Hamilton. Curveball again. This one misses outside. That'll even the count at a ball and a strike. Yeah, for a veteran pitcher, really for any pitcher, you have to forget about the grand slam and go back to work, and Wainwright trying to do that here. Ground ball foul down the first baseline. Somewhere in the back of Adam Wainwright's mind, not just the home run or the grand slam by Gennett, but the walk of Suarez and the walk of Cozart to put those two fellows aboard. Ground ball right side. Garcia, he's got to hurry, and he can't get Billy Hamilton. No. A nice play by Greg Garcia, sliding into the outfield grass, gloving the baseball, spinning around pirouette style. He threw a firm throw to Carpenter, but they could not get the speedy Hamilton. Not sure that you could do it any better than what Garcia did there, but you're talking about the fastest man in baseball in Billy Hamilton.
Even had the throw been right on the money, I don't think they're getting him.
So now Cozart will stand in. Hamilton with his second hit of the ball game here against Wainwright. And that pitch misses off the outside corner, a slider from the right-hander. Maybe Billy wants to get the game ball from this game.
I don't
two
think
hits off Wainwright.
Well, that's good for him personally, but he'd have to do a lot in these last 7 innings to get it away from Scooter Gennett.
There you go. Fastball inside corner. That's a strike to Cozart. That'll even the count at 1-1. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Yeah, the highlight of the game right now, Scooter Gennett's grand slam into the right field seats. You had a grand slam off Adam Wainwright. You have come to the party. Wainwright picks to first, sending Hamilton back to the bag. Now Wainwright reset, checks in with Molina. Hamilton off the bag at first. Wainwright turns it loose, and that's a strike, a fastball right down Broadway, and Cozart takes it for strike 2. Zach settles back in as he windmills the bat. Now he'll rest it on the back shoulder. Wainwright sets right at the belt, turns it loose, and a bullet into right field. That's a base hit. Cozart rounds first. He's heading for second. Here comes Billy, and no, Hatcher will hold him right there at third base. Whoa, Billy had the afterburners on, and Hatcher put him out quickly with the hands in the air.
Billy Hatcher waited to make sure, didn't he, that Piscotty came up with that thing cleanly, or Hamilton would have been streaking to the plate.
So a double by Cozart down the right field line. Piscotty got to it in a hurry, and a strike to the cutoff man, and that really is what made Billy Hatcher hold up Billy Hamilton. So an intentional walk to Joey Votto as manager Mike Matheny just points David Rackley and says, hey, send Votto down to first. We'll face Suarez. So for back-to-back innings, the Reds have the bases loaded. And with a chance for Eugenio Suarez to do a bit of damage here, and he could blow this baby wide open. And he takes the fastball on the inside corner. That's a strike. $5-0 Reds. 2 outs here at the bottom of the 4th, but the bases are loaded. Hamilton at third, Cozart second, Votto first base. The 0-1 to Suarez. And this is ripped into left center field. On the run, Fowler. He dives, he can't get it. And the base runners are off to the races. Votto comes around third. He's going to score. Suarez into third with a triple. 3 runs home, 8-zip Reds. Wow. And Mike Matheny is making the trek to the mound. He has not had to do this lately with one Adam Wainwright, having only allowed 1 earned run in his last 4 starts, spanning 26 1/3 innings. And the Reds will send Wainwright to the showers early. He has allowed 8 earned runs thus far. Suarez will count against Wainwright if he does score. And the Cardinals will bring on a man out of the bullpen. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. Right-hander John Gant making his first appearance as a Cardinal. And here's the left-handed hitting Scooter Gennett. And the first pitch is called low. Cardinals have definitely made a call to the bullpen. Tri-State 811 centers want you to know what's below. Call 811 before you do. The 1-0 pitch. And it's on the outside corner. A fastball from Gant. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Gennett.
Well, 349 average going into the at-bat by Gennett with the bases loaded this year. The grand slam and now the triple.
Gant to the plate. And he misses off the outside corner with a changeup. A good pitch. Well located, but just off the outside edge, and it did not prompt Gennett to bite. 2-1. Gennett already with 5 RBIs in this ball game, and a chance for another here. Pops this one foul to the left side, out of play. Singled home run in the first, drove home 4 in the bottom of the 3rd with a grand slam. Suarez at third base with a 3 RBI triple here in the 4th inning. Reds up 8-zip over Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals. Fastball way inside, and that almost clipped the front leg of Scooter Gennett as he jackknives out of the way. So another full count here to Scooter Gennett. Different pitchers, same story. Gant to the plate. And this ball hammered into right center field, and it's a long 4-1, 2-run home run. Scooter Gennett, have a night, young man. 10-0 Reds. Five runs on the board for the Reds, all coming with 2 down. Barnhart and Allen retired on ground balls to the second baseman Garcia. Hamilton with an infield hit, double by Cozart, an intentional walk to Votto. Suarez triples, Gennett homers. Fastball up and away. That's outside. Now 7 RBIs on the night for one Scooter Gennett.
Career high in RBIs. Second multi-home run game of his career. Second career grand slam. What a night for Scooter Gennett.
Gant to the plate, and he misses up and away with that fastball. 3-0 pitch. And that's outside, and Kivlahan has walked, and the inning continues as the Reds send their 9th batter to the plate, the 7th that's come to the plate since the first 2 batters were retired in the inning. John Gant has got some kind of funky windup. He steps back, starts his knee up, puts it back down, picks it up again, and then comes to the plate. Now out of the stretch with Kivlahan at first base. Jose Peraza takes a breaking ball in off the plate, 1-0. Well, Gant came out throwing strikes. Gennett hit the 2-run homer, and he's yet to throw 1 since. 1-0. Ripped, 1-hopper, shortstop, underhands to Garcia covering. And the Reds' 4th inning is over, but they have put 5 more on the board through 4 innings of play. Mark this down. Reds 10, Cardinals nothing.
Back to work here in the bottom of the 5th. Barnhart to lead it off. He's lined out, ground out, he's 0 for 2. Behind the plate, Eric Fryer, who pinch hit, stays in the game. He's now catching. Swing and a miss by Barnhart. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jose Martinez has gone into left field for St. Louis. Tommy Pham has moved from left to center. Dexter Fowler is out of the game. Ball outside to Barnhart.
That'll put Martinez in the leadoff spot.
A little stutter, stop and start by Gant. Now he delivers, and a foul ball by Barnhart. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You mentioned it when he came in the bottom of the 4th, Cowboy, and it almost looks like he had lost his balance and then he's trying to get it again, doesn't it?
It's anything but one continuous motion.
Barnhart will hit this ball to shallow left. Martinez just into the game comes on, and he'll make the catch. Tucker retired, out number 1. How does something like that, and I know you'll have to talk theoretically sort of, but how does something like that come about?
I think part of it is getting balance. A lot of kids out of the windup, they tend to pick up that front leg and start coming to the plate immediately. And you want to stay over the rubber as long as you can to stay on that back side.
Bouncing ball right side by Adelman. Diving stop over there by Carpenter. Gant got over to cover. 3-1 put out, second out of the inning.
And I think there are some kids as you're coming up that you do whatever you can to try to keep their balance as they pick up that knee, to keep their body weight on the back leg as long as possible. And that's how some of these things develop. You'll see even for Tim Adelman, when he's in the windup, he's really in the stretch. Same thing for David Price that pitches with the Red Sox. When he's in the windup, he's really in the stretch.
Now it's Hamilton with 2 out. First pitch, a strike.
Yeah, that little first maneuver for John Gant is really nothing more than a mechanical issue to turn his body, and then he picks up the knee and comes to the plate. All he does is just turn himself towards third base, pick the knee up, come to the plate.
Well, it is certainly, and you mentioned it again in the bottom of the 4th, one of the more unique approaches that we've seen. Hamilton swinging a miss, 1-2. Reds went down in order in the 2nd against Wainwright. He retired the first 2 in the 4th and looked like he was cruising toward another perfect inning, and then the floodgates open. Ball low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reds get 1 in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, 5 in the 4th, and lead this game 10-0 as we play in the bottom of the 5th. Billy digs in, and now John Gant brings it. Ball high, full count. Gant was working for the AAA club of the Cardinals down in Memphis prior to his call up here. 3 starts, a 2.19 ERA down there. And now he has lost Hamilton after getting ahead 0-2. So the Reds get the 2-out base runner. Second walk by Gant, 5th of the game. Well, there's no shortage of options for beer lovers here at Great American Ballpark. The Moorline Lager House craft beer stands offer some of your favorite local, regional, and national brews. Stop by your next visit to the ballpark. For tickets, visit Reds.com. Walking by that way today and saw the Moorline Lager House craft beer stand. Quite impressive. Those aren't a walk and a double in this game. He scored twice. He has a major league best 28-game on-base streak. He plays here on this Tuesday, June the 6th. Breaking ball low. Cozart takes it up and away. 2-1. Last Red shortstop to have an on-base streak this long was Barry Larkin back in 1991 when he reached base in 31 straight. Cozart came in second in the league in hitting, just shows no signs of slowing down. Swing and a miss. 2-2. When you've watched him go through what he has gone through offensively, it is just a thrill to now see him doing what he's doing now.
Hitting maturity.
The pitch. Lined in the left. Another hit, Cozart. Backhand stop out there for Martinez, who gets the ball back in. So Cozart follows a multi-hit game last night with another one here tonight. The batter will be Joey Votto.
You get a guy like Cozart that has tremendous hand-eye coordination, and you see that at shortstop by the way he plays defensively. You can translate that type of quiet atmosphere to the plate, and a lot of that happened when he put the bat on his shoulder in spring training, really relaxed his hands. And what it did for Cozart really allowed him to relax mentally. And so now that hand-eye coordination is starting to come to fruition at the plate as well as it did in the field. That's a pretty good combination.
You just got to believe that he's thinking, man, I wish I could have found this 2 or 3 years ago. But it's a process, that's for sure.
It's just part of playing in front of big crowds every night, part of being in the big leagues where you get paid to play a sport. You're trying to do your best. It's not that you try to make outs, but you try to balance the adrenaline and the fight to win with kind of being quiet and learning how to be comfortable on the field of play.
Gant's 1-1 to Votto, and he hits it in the air toward left. Martinez is under it, and he'll have it to retire the side. Reds leave a couple. They've left 5. We're through 5. Cincinnati 10, Cardinals nothing. Adelman had a quality start at Philadelphia on the 26th of May. A quality start his last time out against Toronto, and working on one here tonight. He gets John Gant, who took over for Wainwright, to lead it off. Quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Gant has worked an inning and a third. He's been starting this year at AAA, so he is stretched out somewhat. We figure to see him for a couple of more innings. As a big league hitter, he is 0 for 7, all with Atlanta last year. Bounces one toward the middle. Cozart cuts it off. Shortstop will throw him out, and that's how the 6th inning gets going. Let's pause here for identification on the Cincinnati Bell Reds Radio Network.
New apartments, a new parking garage, and a new Kroger supermarket, all being added to downtown Cincinnati. And jury selection resumes tomorrow in the Ray Tenzing retrial. Get the latest after the game on the home of the Reds, News Radio 700 WLW Cincinnati.
Jose Martinez now took over in the lineup for Dexter Fowler in the leadoff spot. Took over in left field for Pham, who moved to center. And the big guy bats for the first time. He takes a first pitch strike. 6'6", 215 out of Venezuela. This year hitting .279 with a homer and 6 RBIs. Waves that bat around, and he takes it low, 1-1. Matt Carpenter waits on deck. Foul ball. I mean, Martinez has he has Brandon Phillips-like movement with that bat up there.
He really moves around a lot. But he gets set right at the last minute, and he takes one heck of a swing. He's not up there to get cheated. He's not up there to walk. He's up there to swing it.
Waiting for the 1-2, and he'll hit it hard to the right side. Playing him that way, Peraza moving to his right, made the fielding play and throws Martinez out.
That ball was scalded.
He hit it hard, and Peraza stayed right in front of it, made the play. 2 out for Carpenter. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer all season long. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern will make a donation to the Barrett Cancer Center. As Western and Southern says, when it comes to fighting cancer, we are all in this one together. 2 out for Carpenter and a strike. Every time we see Adelman go out and pitch, you think, well, this may be the best outing we've seen him. But I don't know. I think tonight may be the best we've seen him. Although he's pretty darn good in Philadelphia.
Yes.
That was at 8 innings of no runs, 1-hit baseball. Tonight he's allowed 2 hits. He's 2 out into the 6th. And he's 1-1 to Matt Carpenter. He was popped up, flied out, 0 for 2. They shift him as he takes ball 2. Another night game here tomorrow between these two teams. 7:10 first pitch. Bronson Arroyo against Lance Lynn. Another one. Lynn, who's been pitching very well. Fly ball left field. Tracking Gennett. Gets to the spot. Makes the catch. Third 1-2-3 inning of this game turned in by Tim Adelman. We're in the middle of the 6th. Reds up 10-0. Media Relations Department of the Reds as Suarez leads it off and takes the ball low. Zach Cozart has reached base safely in 27 consecutive games. It ties Joey Votto for the longest such streak in the majors in 2017. That was coming into this game. Cozart has reached 3 times, so now he has the best on-base streak in the big leagues this year at 28 games. There's a walk and a couple of hits in this game. 1-1 to Suarez, a ball, 2-1. Eugenio now with that triple in the 4th inning. A 6-game hitting streak. It's his longest of the year. Foul ball. Gennett next, then Kivlahan.
Well, Suarez was the man last night that hit the double that looked like Fowler was going to catch it, and he hit it so hard and directly over the head of Fowler that it just tipped out of his glove as he came down. Did the same thing to here when he hit that triple.
The strike 3 called. Suarez is the first out here in the 6th. Take a look at our Geico scoreboard stumper for this Tuesday night. Geico providing excellent coverage and affordable rates for over 75 years. Visit geico.com for a rate quote today. All right. 4 players have posted a career on-base percentage of .380 or higher while playing for the Reds. 4 players have posted a career on-base percentage of .380 or higher while playing for the Reds. Minimum of 1,000 games. Who are they? .380 or higher on-base percentage while playing for the Reds. Who are they?
One of them's got to be Votto, right?
One of them is certainly Votto. Yeah. These are all recognizable names to you, and one more of them played while you were broadcasting here. The other 2 are Hall of Famers.
How many are there? 4?
There are 4.
Total?
Yeah. You said Votto. And he has the highest of the on-base of the 4.
Vada Pinson.
No, your go-to guy is not on the list.
Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson is on the list.
Those 2 guys are usually pretty close.
Yeah. Now, there's one more Hall of Famer.
.380 career?
Or higher while playing with the Reds. Ball high to Gennett. 3 balls and a strike.
What about Pete Rose?
That is not right, actually. A little bit of a shocker, but not right. In that same era. Ball hit down the left field line by Gennett. Into the corner. That's a home run for Scooter Gennett. The other way. Over the 328 mark. Into the seats it goes. And that is the 3rd home run of the night for Scooter Gennett. And it's 11-0 Reds.
Well, he's got all fields covered here tonight. Grand slam to right, 2-run homer to center field, and the solo shot out of left.
I mean, to tell you, what a night for Scooter Gennett.
He's getting a standing ovation from the crowd here at Great American Ballpark, and there's the curtain call.
Here's a ball hit in the air to center field now at the bat of Kivlahan, and it is caught out there by Pham for the out. The last Reds player to hit 3 home runs in a game, Joey Votto, on the 9th of June 2015 against Philadelphia. The 28th player to hit 3 home runs in a game in Reds history. 35th time it has been accomplished. So 3 home runs and 8 RBIs on the night for Scooter Gennett. And that one went the other way into the seats in left field by the left-handed hitting Gennett. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Peraza is out. The inning comes to an end. But Gennett got them on their feet again here in inning number 6. He goes deep, and as we head to the 7th, and the Cowboy comes back with a play-by-play. It's now the Reds 11 and the Cardinals nothing.
And is that Adam Duvall in right field?
That is Schebler.
Scott Schebler. Wow. Two balls and no strikes here to Piscotty. And a ground ball foul off to the third base side. So Peraza's moved to shortstop. Alcantara at second. Kivlahan comes in from right to play first base. So Votto out of the ball game. Cozart out of the ball game. Schebler into right field. But Adelman is still working his magic up until that swing of the bat. Deep fly down the left field line, and that's gone. And the Cardinals are on the board as Stephen Piscotty hits a 2-1 fastball well out of here, right down the left field line. That's his 4th home run of the year, and the Cardinals are on the board. It's now 11-1 Reds.
want to venture a guess at any of these other scoreboard stumpers, or you just want me to go ahead and give them?
I don't think I have. I don't know of anybody else. The only other on-base person I can even think of would be like Casey or Adam Dunn, somebody like that.
Who did you say second there?
Adam Dunn.
You're right.
Not Sean Casey?
No, not Sean Casey. And then the other one was Joe Morgan.
Oh, wow. Fly ball, very shallow right field. Coming on Schembler, he'll make the catch. And there's one down.
So the question was, 4 players have posted a career on-base percentage of .380 or higher while playing for the Reds. Who are they? Adam Dunn, .380. Frank Robinson, .389. Joe Morgan, .415. Joey Votto, .424.
Forgot about Joe Morgan. That's not a real good memory there. Fastball for a strike from Adelman as he faces Eric Fryer for the second time here tonight. Fryer, of course, taking over for Yadier Molina after the Reds went up 10-zip. Fastball just off the outside, actually changeup off the outside corner. Fryer, right-handed batter, backup catcher, waiting on Adelman. Tapped foul at home plate. Cardinals, with only 3 hits on the board, finally got their first run on the home run by Piscotty to lead off this 7th inning. Fastball sinks in off the plate. 2-ball, 2-strike count. The pitch. Fly ball, center field. Hamilton will have this as it comes down 2 outs. So a leadoff mistake by Tim Adelman to Stephen Piscotty, but he's gotten the next 2 hitters, Jed Jerko, Eric Fryer, and now he'll go to work here against right-handed hitting Tommy Pham. And Adelman to the plate. Fastball right on the inside corner, strike 1. Well, there is no doubt that Adelman has really been all in the strike zone tonight. No dancing around, no trying to hit the edges or being intimidated by the Cardinals. He has come after them from pitch number 1, and that's a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes here to Pham. High fastball, and Tommy Pham lays off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have action in the Reds bullpen. Or at least we did for a moment. Foul to the right side, out of play.
.100 pitches now by Adelman.
Yeah, maybe there are a couple of guys moving around a bit after the leadoff home run, but after 2 quick outs, there's nobody throwing at the moment. Breaking ball that bounces to the plate. And now a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Pham, who is now playing center field for the Cardinals. Adelman trying to finish up the 7th here. To the plate. And just a bit low with a fastball. He centered that one right over the top of home plate, and it was just a bit low. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Pham. The pitch, and he comes right back with it, and it's fouled back behind home plate. 3-2 fastball right down Broadway, and Pham fouls it straight back. Adelman with a long look into Barnhart. Now the right-hander comes set to the plate. Curveball just off the outside edge, and he walks him. So 2nd time tonight that Pham has walked. And that'll bring to the plate Paul DeYoung. And Mac Jenkins is on the phone with the Reds bullpen. Now the right-hander sets, and a swing and a miss. A high fastball up and out of the zone, and DeYoung goes after. Looks like Drew Storen throwing in the Reds pen. Fastball again. This time DeYoung lays off the high heater. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The Reds will not hold Pham at first base. He's got a monster lead, but he's going nowhere. Swing and a miss and a changeup from Adelman. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Well, if you're Brian Price, you'd really like to get Adelman through this inning, if at all possible. And this will be pitch number 109. And the fastball misses high. You know Adelman is running out of gas. You just hope he can pick it up for 1 more batter. 2 balls, 2 strikes to DeYoung.
This is his highest pitch count this year.
Two coming. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup, and a fine ending for the last batter for Adelman here tonight. Strikeout Paul DeYoung. 7 innings of 1-run baseball. Tucker Barnhart to lead things off for the Reds, and he fouls the first pitch off to the left side, out of play. Tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge contestant, well, that would be John Fortune of Amelia, Ohio. And if a home run hit by a Reds player during tonight's game hits the Toyota sign located between the PNC power stacks out in right center field, well, John, you'll win a brand new 2017 Tundra, all courtesy of your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. John Fortune from Amelia, Ohio. Good luck. Gant, the 1-1 pitch, and he misses down and away. A lot of changeups and curveballs from this right-hander for the Cardinals. Former Atlanta Brave. 2-1 to Barnhart, and he misses inside with a fastball, and it's 3-1. (11-1) Reds here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Reds knocked out Adam Wainwright early in this one. Popped up left side. Martinez, the left fielder, moving towards the line now in, makes the catch. 1 down as we pause for ID here on the Reds Radio Network.
Overnight tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 55. Tomorrow, partly sunny. A slight chance of showers with a high of 69. Partly sunny Thursday, a high in the mid-70s. Right now, 72 at the home of the Reds, News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
Michael Lorenzen will step to the plate. He will hit for Tim Adelman. So Lorenzen will be the batter off the bench for the Reds here tonight. As Gant comes to the plate, he misses outside, 1-0.
Now watch it. This got a pinch hit home run earlier this year.
Gant comes back to the set, turns it loose, swing and a miss. A good changeup. That is Gant's go-to pitch. Got a changeup, awfully good movement, great arm speed. But not as much fastball command as you would probably like with a guy with that kind of changeup. And he misses inside with a change there. And it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Lorenzen settles back in. Gant into the windup, the pitch. And it's fouled to the right side, out of play. And a well-placed fastball from Gant on that pitch to Lorenzen. Big deep breath by Lorenzen as he steps back into the batter's box. Choked up a bit, waiting on the right-hander Gant to the plate. Tapper back to the mound. Gant has it. He will flip on to a covering Matt Carpenter. And Lorenzen almost beat that out. Lorenzen quick down the line, and Gant didn't quite get a whole lot on that throw to first base. It looked like he may have had a little yips as he threw the ball to first.
Yeah, not much conviction on that throw at all.
No. Well, Lorenzen is out. And that'll bring Billy Hamilton to the plate. Billy 2 for 3 here tonight. And he's reached base 3 times. A couple of singles off of the starter Adam Wainwright, scored both of those times, and he walked in his last at bat against this right-hander John Gant. And that pitch misses in the dirt, a changeup. Reds fans, satisfy your taste buds this season with JTM's beef and chicken Philly kits. These kits make 4 delicious sandwiches that the whole family will enjoy. So pick up some today in your grocer's freezer. JTM, let's create great dishes together. Swing and a miss by Hamilton. A fastball up and out of the strike zone. One ball, 2 strike count. Drew Storen will be the new pitcher when we come back in the 8th for the Reds. The pitch. And a check swing by Hamilton on the curveball, and he is called out on strikes. So a 3 up, 3 down 7th for John Gant. We head to the 8th. Reds 11, Cardinals 1.
Greg Garcia leads it off. First pitch, low ball 1. Pinch hitter then, Johnny Peralta is on deck to bat for John Gant, and so the Cardinals will employ a new pitcher come the bottom of the 8th. Storen plateward. Garcia takes it inside, ball 2. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Here it comes. Garcia lines it to left, and right there to make the catch. Who else? Scooter Gennett. He's done everything tonight. He makes the catch of that line drive to retire Garcia and start the top of the 8th. And Johnny Peralta will pinch hit for Gant. Take a look at our Ask Marty question of the night. Marty off until LA, so we'll ask the Cowboy to give his thoughts on any subject, baseball or non-baseball, presented by CBTS. Today's question comes from @T-Bone260.
T-Bone.
Right up your alley.
We'll see.
More accurate if that was bone-on ribeye 260. That'd be right up your alley.
Be live and in concert.
T-Bone wants to know, Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard any good Al the Mad Hungarian Rabowski stories that you could share? He was intense on the mound, to be sure.
Yeah, I don't know that the ones I have would be proper to share on the radio. But I share the passion by T-Bone from watching Al Rabowski. Just standing behind the mound, slamming that ball and almost talking to himself, and he would turn and climb back up the back of the mound, face the hitter with that big grimace on his face, and go to work.
Peralta lines one into left field. Gennett cuts it off. That's a pinch hit single for has now become the little used Johnny Peralta for St. Louis, and he's on with 1 out.
You know, Rabowski really was the first baseball player that I can remember that really brought some drama to the game in the middle innings. I mean, well, for him it was at the end of the ball game, but you know, just watching pitchers and actions on the mound, especially emotional reactions on the mound, he was pretty special.
Jose Martinez takes a strike. And the Mad Hungarian does color commentary, not all the games, but a lot of the games for the Cardinals television. He's not here during this series. He was when the Reds were over there in St. Louis. He used to do what you were talking about. Get behind the mound, psych himself up, pound that ball into the glove, climb the mound, step on the rubber, and the batter would step out. And he felt like he had to go through the whole routine again. Finally, the umpires would put a stop to that. I think like Goose Gossage of the Yankees, he liked the reputation that he had as being kind of a little on the edge, you know.
A little gritty, actually a lot of gritty, but that kind of actions, as it was with Goose, you weren't really sure if he was going to throw it over the plate or maybe at you.
That's a line drive by Martinez, but right at Peraza, who reached up and made the catch of that line drive. 2 out. Remember, Gossage used to tell the story about not shaving because he wanted to look mean and rough and kind of a little crazy out there when he'd come into the game.
That's kind of how Hrabosky was. He had that big Fu Manchu. And
some sort of look, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you didn't really want to stand in the batter's box with somebody talking to themselves on the mound and that big scowl he'd put on before he'd throw the ball to the plate.
That's a good question, T-Bone. Here's Carpenter, bouncing ball right side. Alcantara gets it, throws it, out, inning over.
Right-hander John Brevia coming into the ball game.
And it gets Arizmendi Alcantara to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pinch hitting was Peralta for the Cardinals. He stays in the game. He's now at third base. Jed Jerko has moved over to first. Carpenter leaves the game. Brevia in the 2 spot if you're scoring along. Foul ball back by Alcantara. No balls, 2 strikes. 11 runs, only 10 hits for the Reds. 1 run, 4 hits for the Cardinals. The day after, there were no home runs hit for the 3rd time this year and the 100th time in the 15 years of Great American Ballpark history. 4 of them tonight, 3 of them by the Reds, and all 3 of those by Scooter Gennett, who's had an 8 RBI game, a 3 home run game, the first of his career, and the first Reds player to hit 3 home runs in a game since Joey Votto did it in June of 2015. Quite a night for Scooter Gennett. And in fact, we'll hear from Scooter on the pregame show tomorrow. I'm sure of that. 2-2 pitch from Brevia. Back up the middle, cut off by the shortstop. Throw on the first in time, and DeYoung on to Jerko to retire Alcantara to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
I could not tell if Brevia touched that ball or not. It looked like it was right at him. He made an attempt to make the play, but I think the ball scooted right on by him.
So now Schebler will bat. He'll bat for the first time since he left the game in the middle of the contest on Saturday with a strained left shoulder. Take a look at our Cincinnati Bell trivia question one more time. Question was laid on to the Cowboy like this. This Red was a runner-up in National League Rookie of the Year voting while playing for one of Cincinnati's pennant-winning clubs in the 70s. After his Reds career, he had 2 stints with the Cardinals, one of 5 different teams he played for after leaving the Reds. Who was this player? Was it A, Bernie Carbo, B, Dan Dreesen, or C, Raleigh Eastwick? You at the time said A, Bernie Carbo. Now you have the opportunity, if you so desire, to change your answer. And you want to do what?
I'm going to stay with Bernie Carbo. That was my gut instinct, and I'm just going to go with it.
Remember now, last night you did this. You thought about changing and you stayed and you got lucky and got it right.
I would rather be lucky than good.
And you want to do the same thing tonight?
Yes. Staying with my gut instinct.
All right, don't say I didn't try to help.
You have.
The answer, Cowboy, is A, Bernie Carbo. There you have it.
You tried to trick me.
I did try to trick you a second straight night. You are now 4 of 5 during the homestand. I don't know what happened on that camping whitewater rafting trip, but you've come back a lot smarter with trivia. There's ball 4, a 5-pitch walk to Schebler with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Nothing like 4 days in the woods sleeping on the ground to make you appreciate the comforts of home.
It cleared
and
your
appreciate
head.
what you got.
It cleared the system of all that gook that was in there. You rebooted the system, and now it is clean. Bernie Carbo, Cowboy, finished second in National League Rookie of the Year voting in 1970, the year in which the Reds won the first of their 4 National League pennants the team would capture in the 70s. Reds then traded Carbo to the Cardinals in May of 1972, and he remained with St. Louis through the 73 campaign before returning to the Cardinals from 79 to 80. So there are his 2 stints with the Cardinals. Second NL Rookie of the Year voting in 70. The answer, the correct answer, Bernie Carbo. There you go. You'll go for the 3-3 in this series tomorrow. Right now you're 4 or 5 during the homestand.
3 in a row.
No balls, 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. Brebbia delivers high. John Gant in relief of Adam Wainwright went 3 1/3, allowed 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Swing and a miss. Suarez a strikeout victim, 2 down. Listen to this now for Scooter Gennett. That's got to feel good for him.
Standing ovation.
You bet. 18,620 here tonight. And collectively, they are on their feet, showing their appreciation for the night that Scooter Gennett has had. 3 home runs, including a grand slam, 8 RBIs. Second career grand slam. Second career multi-home run game. Career high in runs batted in. What a night. Swing and a miss.
Oh, he came unglued right there. He tried to hit a 4th one.
No balls, 2 strikes to Scooter. Base runner at first is Schebler with 2 out. Line drive, right field. Ball carrying well. Home run! Scooter Gennett. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. 4 home runs tonight for Scooter Gennett and 9 runs batted in. What a night for Scooter Gennett. 12-0 Reds.
You talk about being locked in. He is locked in. That just doesn't happen. First Reds player ever with 4 home runs in a ball game.
4 home runs, 10 RBIs for Scooter Gennett tonight.
And they are still chanting Scooter here at Great American Ballpark.
Popped up here now by Kiblahan. This will end the inning. And we'll go to the ninth. What a night for Scooter Gennett here at Great American Ballpark on this Tuesday night, June the 6th. 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in.
Left-hander Tony Cingrani comes into the ball game for the Reds.
It's been a while since he worked in a big league game, way back on April the 18th here against Baltimore. You talk about a soft landing, what Brian Price talked about, that in an ideal situation, he'd get him into a situation that had a, quote, soft landing. Well, a 13-1 game would be a soft landing in the 9th inning. Storer in 1 inning, no runs, 1 hit. Gennett's 4 home runs. He becomes the 17th big league player with 4 home runs in a game. 4 home runs, a club record, 10 RBIs, ties a club record. Last time a player drove in 10, Walker Cooper, July 6th, 1949 against the Cubs. Stephen Piscotty bats, 2 balls, 1 strike. 13-1 Cincinnati. Cingrani misses high, 3-1. Gennett drove in a run in the first on a single to left. The grand slam in the third. A 2-run homer in the fourth. Foul ball out of play. A solo shot in the 6th. And a 2-run homer in the 8th. If he plays tomorrow, he'll come up there with 4 straight home runs and 4 at bats.
And hits in his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plate appearances.
And RBIs in every one of those. There's ball 4. Yeah, you go back to last night when he had the 2-run double in the 7th. He has 12 RBIs in his last 6 at bats. Mind-boggling.
I know. How could you not start him somewhere?
Yeah, really. Cardinals tomorrow night have the right-hander Lance Lynn. Maybe he plays second base and Peraza sits down. Cingrani delivers. Ball high, ball 1. Reminder, this copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder provided to you by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Cincinnati Reds. Base hit into the left field by Jerko, so the first 2 Cardinals have reached here in the 9th inning against Tony Cingrani.
As the ball came off the bat, you could hear the folks here at Great American Ballpark kind of a, oh, and then as Scooter Gennett touched the baseball, everybody went, hey!
He can do no wrong tonight. Ball down and in, ball 1. Ball again by Cingrani. 2-0 to Eric Fryer. Cingrani on the year has walked 1, struck out 5 in 4 2/3 innings. Appeared against the Cardinals in April the 9th over there. Pours a strike in, 2-1. Here it comes. Foul ball out of play, first base side, 2-2. (13-1) Reds in the 9th. Foul ball back. Adam Wainwright, Cardinal starter, 9 runs, 7 hits in 3 2/3 after giving up just 1 run in his last 4 starts, covering 26 1/3. Tim Adelman becomes the 2nd Red starter this year, to have 3 straight quality starts. He turns in 7 tonight, gives up 1 run, 3 hits, equaling 3 quality starts turned in earlier by Amir Garrett. Scooter Gennett 5 for 5, 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. 4 home runs ties, 4 home runs sets a Reds single game record. 10 RBIs ties it. Ground ball toward the hole to his right. Peraza, bare hand pick. Throw to second, they get an out. That's the first out here in the 9th. The Fryer runs at first base. Over to third goes Piscotty. The batter now will be Tommy Pham. Third game of this series tomorrow night at 7:10. Bronson Arroyo against Lance Lynn. Ground ball to the shortstop. Peraza to second, out. To first, out. Double play. Reds win. 13-1 the final score tonight. Reds broke it open with 4 in the third, 5 in the fourth. And thanks to Scooter Gennett's 4 home runs and 10 runs batted in, the Reds roll over the Cardinals 13-1, and with it, jump ahead of St. Louis in the standings in the National League Central Division.